I started playing cricket with my brother in our back garden when I was 8. The garden was long and thin, so it was perfect for us to play cricket in. We'd use a crate as the wicket. We broke quite a few windows. I don't have much knowledge about Indian culture, but I try to keep a tab of what's happening down here. I do speak a bit of Bengali. I'd like to thank my family and friends for their continual support over the years and to all those involved in helping me develop as a cricketer, of which there are too many to mention. When we won the 2009 World Cup in Australia, we flew economy, shared hotel rooms and had a 10:45 p.m. curfew. If you work towards goals, everything is achievable. I used to play badminton in winter. Broadcasters realize there is a large percentage of women that watch cricket, and it was the Caribbean Premier League that first got me to commentate a men's international T20. It's about who holds their nerve under pressure. Many England girls have grown up playing men's cricket and trained in county men's academies, so they've faced 70 to 80 miles per hour bowling. So when it comes to the women's game, you have a 75 miles per hour bowler who's not as tall and not getting as much bounce. You feel more assured. People say that because I'm short I get a lot more skid off the pitch. It is important for big names such as Sunil Gavaskar and Ravi Shastri to get on board and recognize that women do actually understand the game and they can play as well. I definitely feel more attached to Kolkata than anywhere else in India. It's been great to see broadcasters waking up to the fact that women do offer a different perspective. My parents are proud of my achievements. They send articles to my grandparents in India. Everyone's happy I'm doing something I want to do. Something we do every tour is to choose a song for the team CD that gets played in the dressing room prior to games. As an athlete, there are times in your career where, during a game, any decision you make seems to be the right one. The bowler bowls where you want, you don't have to think, and you are so in the zone that you are not aware of anything else around you. Naturally, any time that our national team beats Australia is pleasing, but the first time we beat them in 10 years at Stratford in 2005 was a day I'll never forget. It's definitely good to play out of my comfort zone, especially in the Sydney Premier League, which is one of the toughest leagues in the world. It has been a pleasure to play alongside some truly special cricketers and to see them grow as players. When you start off a T20 innings, you want someone who is going to be hitting the top of off stump, causing problems, and being quite disciplined with the ball. I love the multi-format series. Within it they've found a way to retain test matches, and England v Australia in the test arena. They were always my favorite matches to play in. I have had a bowl with the pink ball, but it was in a day game at Wormsley. I do love the Ashes, and some of my best memories are from Ashes cricket. I just wish we'd played a few more test matches. In T20, I think it's really valuable to have a bowler who can bring the ball back into the right-hander at pace. Kohli scores so freely. He's like Joe Root in that before you know it, he's on 30 off 20 balls. He is also the master of the chase. He calculates the risks so perfectly. I am following the IPL. I think it would be great for the women's game, creating more competition and showcasing the world's best players from different countries. It would also be a stepping stone to women's cricket becoming professional. In 2020, because of the pace of the game, everyone is constantly involved in the field. You have to work as a team covering each other. There's no time to take your eye off the ball. Back in 2005, we lost in the semi-final of the World Cup, and that was a great learning curve for the team. It gave us a goal and even more of a hunger to win the World Cup, so we went away and set ourselves a long-term plan to do it. I prioritize different things at different times, so when a cricket tour is coming up, cricket takes priority. But then there are times when I need to focus on my studies. I think it's good to have a balance. I think T20 cricket has become the flagship spectacle for women's cricket. England women regularly play against under-15 and U-17 county men's sides, which is great for the girls to take them out of their comfort zones. It's important to find a balance, though, because the way in which women's cricket is played is still very different. Jess Ennis, Chrissy Ohurogu, Vicky Pendleton and Laura Trott, to name a few, have acted as female role models in England. Once you get on the pitch, you know you've got a job to do. We won't necessarily sledge so much, but we do have that attitude of, they're not going to score the runs, we're going to take the wickets. We believe that we can win no matter what situation. With 4 women commentators, the IPL have shown they have faith in women commentators to do a good job. I think it's always really important in broadcast to be able to get different views across and not just go down one route, because that's essentially journalism. I haven't played men's test cricket, I've played women's test cricket. From playing cricket in a boys' team, I had to learn quite quickly how to handle them, and I've always felt quite comfortable in that environment. Because I feel comfortable, I'd like to think they do too. You want to get both sides of the story, and it's my role to try and bring that out of people. Looking back over all the sporting spectacles of 2016, I still pinch myself at the things I was fortunate to witness in person. As part of the England women's cricket team, we had our own rickety period at the end of 2005 through to the beginning of 2007. Learning from our mistakes, by 2009 we were the best team in the world. In 2015, I was privileged to host the first ever televised women's test match during the 2015 Women's Ashes on Sky Sports, which saw every game covered of the multi-format series. It's no secret that women's cricket needs India performing on the global stage, and any male support is welcome, with key voices like Sachin Tendulkar stating that women's cricket is critical to the future of our game. Hopefully people will listen. I remember my England debut, in 2002. It came in Jersey, in a triangular tournament with New Zealand and India. To say that it did not generate great local interest is putting it mildly. Our first game, against India, attracted a handful of spectators. With tournaments such as the Women's Big Bash and the Kia Super League, women are now well practiced in the art of big stroke play. The Nutmeg from England's Natalie Siver attracted a lot of attention as a brilliant piece of improvisation, which requires every bit as much talent as a Tilakaratne Dilshan scoop, or a Joss Butler ramp shot. That's how cricket should be broadcast. Ball-by-ball calling is important, but you've got to be light-hearted like you're down the pub with your mates. It's about being true to who you are as a person. For example, I'm not going to shy away from an opinion because I have played cricket, whereas other women who haven't played cricket might be more journalistic about their approach. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.